Hey, and welcome back. So in this video, we're going to get into the D8, very similar to the D4. We're going to make a little pyramid, and we're just going to kind of mirror and flip it. So with that, let's go and get started. As always, create a new sketch, floor, and we're going to do a center point rectangle. Let's just do 10 millimeter, 10 millimeter. And again, this is all just for demonstration. You need to scale up how big you want it. Just, if you want a 10 millimeter dice, then perfect. If you want something bigger, just make it a little bigger. So now, this is kind of up to you. It's how, pointy, how exaggerated you want it. With the D4, it's a bit more, we want all sides to be even. So there's a bit more science to it, math. But here, all sides will be equal anyways, so it doesn't really matter if you want a really exaggerated point or if you want, more of a shallow. But I was playing around. I think 6.5 seems to be pretty good. Let me finish that sketch, and then loft, same as before. So click the sketch plane, and then to the point you want, click OK. So there you go. We got half of our D8. Come up to our bodies. We're going to Control C, Control V, and then we want to rotate it. You'll probably need to show your origins here so we can see our axis, and then we're going to rotate it across this axis here. Flip it over 180 degrees. Got it. So that right there, if you wanted just again a basic, pointy D8, then that would work right there for you. You could take these two pieces here and combine them, and then you'd pretty much be done. And just like with our D12, we're gonna just play around with it a little bit. So we're gonna rotate it, selecting the body, yep, that body, and then we're gonna across the Z-axis. And we're gonna wanna go 45 degrees, right there. And again, just like with our D12, we want to move to where this line is intersecting the horizontal line there. So we want to move it up on the body, this body, and oh yeah, right there, 190, perfect. Okay. Again, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but that there's a little overlap, but it's gonna be fine for our purposes. Okay, now we're gonna combine these two. Combine, yep, okay, so now we got one. We're gonna use the push-pull, and this might work. Oops, got the wrong spot. It might do it all at once, it might not. We're gonna find out here. So you're gonna kind of see it pops out this weird shape here at the bottom. That's fine. It's not gonna actually exist when we hit enter. And then same thing, flip it over. We're gonna use push-pull again, grabbing all these extruding points and bring it down, and boom, there. Very simple. Oop, I went too far. There. Extrude. Bring it down. So you don't want to overdo it because it's going to throw a weird error. Just where it's just gone. Enter. There we go. Perfect. So if you look at that, that's very similar to our D10. So it loads here. There you go. So it's it won't, the same shape. Now, if you wanted to make these matching, you might want to getting that height kind of dialed in to get the same type of angle on the faces. But for this purposes, that's pretty close right there. Okay, so now that we have our D8 created, next part is always to put the numbers on, and I like to demonstrate it at least on one side. If you want a more detailed example, if you watch my D6 video, it shows you how to actually create your SVG numbers and all that stuff. Let's go with 3. We don't use 3, it's always a 1, so let's use 3. So we gotta scale it to it. We're gonna rotate it so it's orientated right, and SVGs are always a little weird. Especially working with the 10 millimeter scale, this number is kind of huge. So just scale it down, move it over, scale it down, move it back, zoom in, scale it. That's pretty good. We could probably make it a little bigger, but not by much. That looks good. Okay. Yep, that looks good there. Okay, and we'll hit enter. So it will now create that sketch plane essentially on the face of our dice. We'll finish the sketch. Okay, then we're going to grab our extrude tool and we're going to select the points we want to extrude. Grab this little inside piece here too. Okay, make sure I got everything. Alright, yeah, that looks good. Okay. And let's take it like minus 0.25. It's not, we don't want it too deep. Okay. And yeah, we have an operation to set to cut. That's what we want. Hit OK. And there we go. Okay, yeah, so it cut in to our dice. So now I will go ahead and finish the rest of this. Okay, so there we go. You saw I had a little bit of trouble with the D4. Again, that's covered in the D6 tutorial of like what happens if you can't use the extrude to go in. It gives you an error. You can create a new body and use that body as a cutting tool to create the shape you need. So a little roundabout way of doing it. Fusion 360 is kind of wonky sometimes, but overall, pretty happy with how it turned out. Yeah, so here we've got a basic D8, all the numbers there. They're probably not all in the correct location, but for the most part, they're pretty good there. So hope you liked it. Hope you learned something. We will be doing the D20 next, so if that's the one you're looking for, come back and see that. Thanks for watching.